Please subscribe my channel. My name is Sarah Mitchell. I'm 36 years old. Last summer, I flew to Paris with my parents and younger sister. It was a family vacation that I helped pay for, hoping it would bring us closer after my divorce. Instead, I ended up stuck at the airport with no passport, no phone, and no ticket home. They went through security and left me there. That's when a man wearing a navy coat showed up. He reached out his hand and said in a calm voice, "Pretend to be my wife. Trust me, they'll be sorry for what they did." I took his hand not because I trusted him right away, but because I had nothing left to lose. That was the day my life turned around. Before I continue, tell me where you're watching this from right now. Maybe a quiet kitchen, a parked car, or a silent apartment as you start a new chapter. Echoes of Life is here with you. We arrived in Paris on a Wednesday. It was meant to be a fresh start. My parents said this trip would fix old hurts, but deep down I knew it was more about how things looked than real family bonding. My sister Emily joined at the last minute, saying she needed a break from graduate school. I paid for the hotel, covered the better flights, and even booked a surprise dinner cruise on the Seine. But just 2 days in, problems started showing up. They complained about my clothes, my job, and my emotions. After the divorce, Emily took my phone to take better group pictures. My mom held onto my passport to deal with the forms. At the time, it didn't seem suspicious. It felt normal, like me giving in to keep things peaceful. That went on until we got to the airport. At the check-in counter, they asked for one more thing, to send more money back home because a bill came early. "Just cover it," my dad said. For the first time, I said no. That single word made everything freeze. Emily called me selfish. My mother whispered that I was always the unstable one. My father said nothing and just walked away. When I got to the counter to check in for my flight, the agent looked puzzled. "There's no return flight booked under your name," she said. I stood there shocked, then ran toward security. All 3 of them were already through. They never looked back. I went to the help desk in a panic. No ID, no phone, no way to reach anyone. Security started asking me to move. My voice broke as I tried to explain. That's when a stranger stood next to me. He was calm and steady, watching it all. He leaned in and said quietly, "Pretend you're my wife. My driver is almost here." I blinked in surprise. He was tall, in his early 40s, and dressed like he owned a big part of Chicago. His voice had no panic, just clear thinking. I paused. Then he added, "Trust me, they'll regret this." I nodded once. We walked out together, holding hands like we'd planned it. A black limousine pulled up right away. The door opened. I got in, and just like that, I left my family behind. The car moved smoothly into the Paris night. I sat straight and tense, holding my small carry-on bag. He introduced himself first, Benjamin Carter, real estate investor based in New York. Then he paused. I saw what happened. That wasn't just family arguing. That was planned. I swallowed hard. Sarah Mitchell, event planner, recently divorced, and apparently easy to throw away. He didn't feel sorry for me. He respected that I stayed strong. "That's why I stepped in," he said. "I need someone calm for a certain situation." Then he explained his idea. Benjamin had a big charity gala coming up in New York, the kind where huge business deals happen quietly. But people were questioning him because he was a widower. His younger brother was using that to challenge him in the company, saying grief made him unreliable. A short fake marriage that looked real would stop the talk. He needed a steady partner beside him. I was shocked. "You chose a total stranger having a crisis at the airport to act as your wife?" "You didn't break down," he answered. "You thought ahead." Then came the offer. A private jet home that night, a place to stay in his penthouse, $50,000, a new phone, and help to figure out what my family was really doing. I looked at him. "What's the downside?" "We keep things private, protect each other, and don't use real names publicly." It sounded crazy, but so did being left with nothing in a foreign country. While my family seemed to be hiding something worse than just canceling my ticket, I shook his hand. Deal. That moment didn't feel like being saved. It felt like taking control. A woman thrown away became a woman with power. Before we go on, what would you do if your family left you abroad with nothing? Comment, disappear, and rebuild if you'd cut ties for good. or comment make them regret it if you'd return stronger. I read them all. The limousine drove through the dark Paris streets like it belonged. I sat stiffly next to Benjamin Carter, the stranger who had just helped me. He didn't talk at first. Neither did I. My carry-on was on my lap like protection. My heart was still racing. Then he said calmly, I run a real estate company in New York. I have a gala in 2 weeks. I need a wife on paper just for appearances. I stared. A pretend wife. Exactly, he said. Some investors are traditional. They like stability. Right now, my younger brother is trying to show I'm not fit to lead. He explained it like a business agreement. In return for acting the part, I'd get a first-class trip home, a room in his Manhattan penthouse, $50,000 cash, a new phone, and help uncovering my family's plan. My first reaction was to be careful, but the way he looked at me with respect, not pity, made me think. I asked for one thing: no using my real name publicly. I control my story and what we share. He agreed right away. That night, I watched Paris get smaller from the private jet window. The seat lay flat. The blanket smelled clean, like hotel sheets and lemon. I didn't sleep. I made plans. They thought they left me helpless, but I was taking charge. Back in New York, the penthouse was clean, quiet, and huge. Maria, the housekeeper, showed me to the guest room with warm eyes and fresh towels. She offered herbal tea. I finally slept well. The next morning, the new phone rang with a call from my cousin Laura, the only relative who always supported me. I answered in the living room, still in the soft robe. The air smelled like lavender. My hand shook. Her voice was upset. Sarah, your parents are telling everyone you had a breakdown in Paris, that you're unstable and imagine things. They're talking about getting conservatorship over you. I froze. The condo Grandma left me, valuable property, in Chicago. If they proved I wasn't capable, they could control it. Then she said, they've already talked to 2 lawyers and someone from your old workplace. My stomach sank. I wasn't just abandoned. They were trying to erase me. But now I had help. Benjamin's lawyer came soon after. They spread out papers, checked emails, organized timelines, and prepared statements. No drama, just clear steps. They were building a case against me secretly. So I built one openly. We started with what they didn't see coming: quiet planning and proof. Thomas Reed arrived before lunch. Gray suit, soft voice, efficient. He didn't ask about my feelings. He asked for dates, names, and copies. First, we stopped the unstable claim. He scheduled a professional evaluation that week. Accepted by courts, independent, no family there. The office smelled like coffee and paper. A clock ticked loudly. My leg bounced nervously. The psychologist asked about my divorce, sleep, work, money, and choices. She asked why I left the airport with a stranger. I answered honestly, my family left me first. 2 days later, her report arrived. Simple words, clear results. No incapacity, no false beliefs, no serious danger, just stress from betrayal. Next, we gathered proof of my life: condo deed, tax records, bank accounts, showing I managed everything myself. Laura sent screenshots of family messages. I wasn't in the group. They talked about temporary control and handling Sarah. That wasn't love. That was greed. We added the airport details, minute by minute. Check-in mom with my passport, Emily with my phone, then them boarding without me. We got airline records, cancellation time, boarding passes without mine, help desk notes. I wrote a sworn statement, 1 page, just facts, no extra words. Thomas got references too. 2 past clients and 1 former boss signed. They described me as reliable and capable, not unpredictable or needy. Thomas prepared our court response overnight. Proof of competency, request for independent review, and motion to dismiss. Every point backed by evidence. Every page numbered and dated. We made copies. 1 for court, 1 for me, 1 extra. Benjamin gave me space, a desk, charger, secure spot. We also sent a legal warning: stop contacting my employer, stop spreading breakdown stories, stop saying I'm unsafe. That afternoon, my father called anyway. His voice sounded gentle, almost fair. Let's talk calmly, he said. No need to make it worse. I looked out at the city view. My old habit rose. Fix it, make nice, say sorry. But I said, everything goes through my lawyer now. Then I hung up. My hand shook afterward, not from fear, but from feeling free. Thomas filed our papers early the next day. He asked for a quick hearing and noted the case seemed driven by money. Now it was official and my quiet had backup. They tried to remove me legally, so I showed up with evidence. A week later, we were in court. Thomas sat next to me. My parents' lawyer talked about worry, weakness, and protecting my assets. The judge asked for evidence. They gave stories. We gave documents. The psychologist report first, then bank records, then the condo deed with my name clear. The judge read quietly. He looked up. Not enough grounds for conservatorship, he said. And it ended. Outside, my phone was silent. No sorry, no owning up, just the quiet I now controlled. 2 weeks later, the gala came. Benjamin and I walked in together. Cameras flashed. Glasses clinked. I kept my posture easy. I wasn't there to be rescued. I was there to look strong. The business deal closed that night, not because we seemed perfect, but because we were ready. The paper marriage lasted 1 year. We ended it quietly, no media, no blame, just signatures and done. I moved back to my condo on my own. New locks, new accounts, a small security camera at the door. Mornings smelled like fresh coffee and paint. My phone stayed ready. My bills stayed paid. My calm stayed safe. I sometimes miss the idea of family, but missing them doesn't mean I owe them. I didn't walk away to hurt anyone. I walked away to stop fading. Laura checks in gently. She never pushes me to forgive. She just asks if I'm okay. I have one rule. Any contact from my parents goes to Thomas. No direct talks, no private visits. Calm without respect is just another trap. If any of this sounds familiar, please like, share, and subscribe. Echoes of Life has more stories of quiet strength.